First contact in Central Park. The crisp autumn air carried a hint of something unusual as Dr. Samantha Chen made her way through Central Park. The astrophysicist had always been drawn to the stars, but never in her wildest dreams did she imagine they would come to her. As the sun dipped below the New York City skyline, casting long shadows across the winding paths, Samantha's evening jog came to an abrupt halt. A blinding flash of light erupted from the sheep meadow, followed by an ear-splitting crack that echoed through the park. Curiosity overrode caution as Samantha sprinted towards the source of the disturbance. As she approached, the acrid smell of ozone filled her nostrils, and wisps of smoke curled upwards from a shallow crater in the grass. In the center of the scorched earth stood a figure that defied explanation. Tall and slender, with iridescent skin that seemed to shimmer in the fading light, the being before her was unmistakably alien. Its large, almond-shaped eyes blinked rapidly, adjusting to Earth's atmosphere as it took in its surroundings with a mix of wonder and trepidation. Samantha's scientific mind raced with questions, but her human instincts kicked in first. "Are you all right?" she called out, taking a cautious step forward. The alien's head snapped towards her, its eyes widening in surprise. To her astonishment, a melodic voice resonated in her mind. I am unharmed, but disoriented. This is not my intended destination." The alien's telepathic communication was clear, tinged with confusion and a hint of fear. Samantha's heart raced with excitement and apprehension. "My name is Samantha Chen. I'm a scientist. Can you tell me where you're from and how you got here?" The alien's form shimmered, its skin cycling through a range of colors before settling on a soft blue. "I am Zixix, an explorer from the Andromeda Galaxy. Our teleportation technology malfunctioned during an experiment. I fear I am stranded on your world." As Samantha processed this extraordinary information, a low growl emanated from the nearby bushes. The hairs on the back of her neck stood on end as she realized they weren't alone. A pair of glowing eyes emerged from the shadows, followed by the muscular form of a mountain lion, an escaped resident from the Central Park Zoo that had eluded capture for weeks. Zixix recoiled, its skin flashing warning colors of bright red and yellow. Danger. The alien's thoughts projected forcefully. A predator approaches. Samantha's mind raced. She knew that mountain lions were generally wary of humans, but the alien's unfamiliar scent and movements might trigger the big cat's predatory instincts. She had to act fast to protect both the extraterrestrial visitor and the confused animal. "Stay behind me," Samantha instructed Zixix, her voice steady despite her pounding heart. She slowly reached into her pocket, grateful for the small canister of pepper spray she carried for late-night runs. It wasn't much, but it might buy them some time. The mountain lion crouched low, its tail twitching as it prepared to pounce. Samantha spread her arms wide, making herself appear as large as possible. "Hey," she shouted, her voice echoing across the park. "Back off." The big cat hesitated, momentarily startled by the human's aggressive display. Seizing the opportunity, Samantha fumbled with the pepper spray, aiming it towards the predator. Her fingers trembled as she depressed the button, sending a cloud of irritating chemicals into the air. The mountain lion yowled in distress, pawing at its face as it retreated into the underbrush. Samantha let out a shaky breath, her adrenaline still surging. She turned to check on Zixix, only to find the alien staring at her with an expression she could only interpret as awe. "You faced the predator without advanced weaponry or protective gear," Zixix communicated, a mix of admiration and confusion coloring the alien's thoughts. "Why would you risk your safety for an unknown being?" Samantha managed a small smile. "It's what we do. Humans, I mean. We help each other, and that extends to visitors, even those from other galaxies." She paused, realizing the gravity of the situation. "We should get you somewhere safe. There will be others looking for you soon, and not all of them will have good intentions." As if on cue, the distant wail of sirens pierced the evening air. The commotion had not gone unnoticed, and it wouldn't be long before the authorities descended on the park. Samantha made a split-second decision that would change her life, and potentially the course of human history forever. "Come with me," she said, extending her hand to the alien. "I have a lab at the university where we can hide you until we figure out what to do next." Zixix hesitated for a moment before reaching out with a six-fingered hand. As their fingers intertwined, Samantha felt a surge of energy and a profound sense of connection. In that instant, she knew that her world would never be the same. "Thank you, Samantha Chen," Zixix communicated, gratitude radiating through the telepathic link. "I place my trust in you and the kindness of your species." As they hurried through the darkening park, dodging the beams of approaching flashlights, Samantha's mind whirled with the implications of this encounter. She had dreamed of this moment her entire life, proof that humanity was not alone in the universe. But the reality was far more complex and dangerous than she had ever imagined. The mountain lion's attack was just the beginning. Samantha knew that greater challenges lay ahead, protecting Zixix from those who would seek to exploit or harm the alien, finding a way to return the visitor to its home, and navigating the profound changes this encounter would bring to human society. As they slipped out of the park and into the bustling streets of New York City, Samantha felt a mix of exhilaration and terror. She was now the guardian of the greatest secret in human history, and the fate of two worlds rested on her shoulders. Little did she know that this was just the opening chapter in an epic tale of human ingenuity, interstellar diplomacy, and the unbreakable bonds of friendship that would span the cosmos. The adventure had only just begun, and humanity was about to show the universe what it was truly capable of. The hunted becomes the hunter. As the first rays of dawn painted the New York skyline, Dr. Samantha Chen's lab at Columbia University had become an unlikely sanctuary for an interstellar refugee. Zixix, the Andromedan explorer, hovered near a window, its iridescent skin reflecting the city's awakening glow. "Your world is so loud," Zixix communicated telepathically, a mixture of wonder and unease coloring its thoughts. Samantha nodded, her eyes heavy from a sleepless night of questions and revelations. "New York never sleeps, but we have bigger problems than noise." She flicked on a holographic display, a technology her lab had been developing in secret. News reports flooded the air, each more alarming than the last. Extraterrestrial sighting in Central Park. Government denies alien presence, cover-up suspected. Unprecedented solar flare activity following mysterious Central Park incident. Zixix's skin rippled with concern. "The teleportation malfunction. It's affected your star." Samantha's eyes widened. "What do you mean?" Before Zixix could respond, a piercing alarm blared from Samantha's computer. Graphs and charts exploded across the holographic display, showing rapidly changing magnetic fields and radiation spikes. "Oh no," Samantha breathed, her fingers flying across the keyboard. "The solar flares, they're intensifying. If this continues, it could wipe out our power grids, satellites, our entire technological infrastructure." Zixix moved closer, its large eyes scanning the data. "This is my fault. The dimensional rift created by my arrival, it's destabilizing your sun." Samantha's mind raced. "Can we reverse it?" Zixix's form shimmered thoughtfully. "Perhaps. But I'll need access to more advanced technology than what's available here." A sharp knock at the lab door made them both jump. "Dr. Chen," a gruff voice called. "This is Agent Williams, FBI. We need to talk about last night's incident in Central Park." Samantha's heart pounded. She glanced at Zixix, who had instinctively camouflaged itself against the lab equipment. "Just a moment," she called out, buying time. "We need to get you out of here," she whispered urgently to Zixix. "But where?" Zixix's thoughts flickered rapidly. The predator from the park. It had a primitive but effective biological cloaking mechanism. If I could study it, I might be able to enhance my own camouflage abilities. Samantha blinked in disbelief. You want to go back and find the mountain lion. The pounding on the door grew more insistent. Dr. Chen, open up. This is a matter of national security. Yes, 66 confirmed. It's our best chance at evading your authorities and accessing the technology we need. Samantha made a split-second decision. She grabbed her backpack, stuffing it with portable lab equipment. Okay, but we're not hunting that cat. We're going to protect it and learn from it. She hurried to a fire escape at the back of the lab, 66 close behind. As they clambered down the metal stairs, the sound of the door being forced open echoed from above. Stop! In the name of the United States government, Agent Williams shouted, but Samantha and 66 were already sprinting down the alley, blending into the early morning crowd. As they navigated the bustling streets, Samantha's mind whirled with the impossible task ahead. They needed to find a mountain lion in the heart of New York City, unlock the secrets of its natural camouflage, and then somehow use that knowledge to save the planet from a solar apocalypse, all while evading the authorities and protecting an alien visitor. I hope you're good at hide and seek, Samantha muttered to 66 as they ducked into a subway station. 66's reply came with a hint of amusement. On my world, we have a game called quantum concealment. I believe the principles are similar. As the subway car rattled towards Central Park, Samantha couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of it all. Here she was, Earth's improvised ambassador to the stars, about to embark on the universe's most high-stakes game of cat and mouse. Little did she know that deep in the heart of Central Park, the mountain lion was undergoing a transformation of its own. The alien energy from 66's arrival had awakened something primordial in the big cat's DNA, unlocking latent abilities that had lain dormant for millennia. The hunter was evolving, and soon it would become the key to humanity's survival, if Samantha and 66 could reach it in time. As they emerged from the subway near Central Park, the sky took on an ominous red hue. The solar flares were intensifying, and time was running out. Samantha took a deep breath, squaring her shoulders, ready to save the world. 66's skin pulsed with determination, ready to save two worlds. Together, the unlikely pair stepped into the park, unaware that they were about to stumble upon a cosmic secret that would rewrite the laws of physics and challenge everything they thought they knew about the universe. The game was on, and the fate of two civilizations hung in the balance. But if there's one thing humans have proven time and time again, it's that they perform best when the odds are stacked against them. And with an Andromedan explorer by her side, Samantha was about to show the cosmos what humanity was truly capable of. Quantum entanglement of destinies. The heart of Central Park had become a nexus of cosmic forces, unbeknownst to the joggers and dog walkers enjoying the crisp morning air. Dr. Samantha Chen and her extraterrestrial companion, 66, crouched behind a cluster of boulders, their eyes fixed on a shimmering distortion in the air near Belvedere Castle. There, Samantha whispered, pointing. The mountain lion, it's facing in and out of visibility. 66's skin rippled with excitement. Extraordinary. The feline has tapped into quantum superposition. It exists in multiple states simultaneously. As they watched, the big cat flickered between visibility and invisibility, its form seeming to occupy several locations at once. The air around it crackled with energy, leaves and twigs levitating in its wake. Samantha's scientific mind raced. This goes beyond camouflage. It's as if the alien energy from your arrival has unlocked some kind of quantum evolutionary leap. 66's telepathic voice held a note of awe. On my world, we have legends of ancient beings who can manipulate the fabric of spacetime. I never thought I'd witness such abilities firsthand. Their wonderment was cut short by the sudden appearance of a black SUV screeching to a halt nearby. Agent Williams stepped out, flanked by a team in hazmat suits. Dr. Chen, he called out, we know you're here. Surrender the alien entity immediately. Samantha's heart pounded. They were trapped between the authorities and an increasingly unstable quantum anomaly. She turned to 66, ready to formulate an escape plan, but stopped short at the alien's expression of intense concentration. "Zix, what are you?" Before she could finish, a wave of iridescent energy burst from the Andromedan, enveloping Samantha, the mountain lion, and a spherical area of the park about 50 meters in diameter. The world outside the bubble seemed to slow to a crawl. "I've created a temporal dilation field," Zix explained hurriedly. "Time is passing much slower for us than for those outside. We have a few minutes to act." Samantha gaped, her mind struggling to process the implications. That's impossible. The energy requirements alone would be. In my panic, I tapped into the quantum instability created by the mountain lion, Zix interrupted. "But I can't maintain this for long. We need to establish a connection with the feline to understand its abilities." Samantha nodded, pushing aside her shock to focus on the task at hand. She approached the mountain lion cautiously, its form still flickering in and out of reality. "Hey there, big guy," she said softly, extending a hand. "We're not here to hurt you. We need your help." To her amazement, the mountain lion's eyes fixed on her, showing an intelligence far beyond that of a normal animal. It padded towards her, its paw passing through her outstretched hand as if it were made of mist. Suddenly, Samantha felt a jolt of electricity course through her body. Images flooded her mind, vast cosmic vistas, strands of DNA twisting into impossible shapes, the fabric of reality itself unraveling and reknitting. "Zix," she gasped. I can see everything." The Andromedan moved closer, its own form beginning to shimmer and phase like the mountain lion's. "The feline has linked our consciousnesses. We're experiencing quantum entanglement on a biological level." As the three beings, human, alien, and evolved Earth predator, stood connected in the heart of Central Park, the very foundations of reality seemed to tremble. The temporal dilation field flickered, time and space warping around them. In that moment of cosmic synchronicity, Samantha understood. The mountain lion wasn't just a key to advanced camouflage, it was a gateway to comprehending the fundamental forces of the universe. The solar flares, Zlex's arrival, the cat's evolution, all were part of a greater cosmic equation. "We can save Earth," Samantha breathed, her mind expanding with newfound knowledge. "But more than that, we can revolutionize our understanding of the cosmos." As the temporal field collapsed and Agent Williams and his team rushed forward in seeming slow motion, Samantha made a decision that would alter the course of human history. "Zix, mountain lion, hold on to me," she shouted. Channeling the quantum energy surging through her, Samantha focused on the impossible. With a blinding flash of light, the trio vanished, leaving behind a group of stunned FBI agents and a scorched mark in the grass. They rematerialized atop the Hayden Planetarium, the Manhattan skyline spread out before them. Samantha staggered, overwhelmed by the power coursing through her veins. What have we become?" she asked, staring at her hands, which now shimmered with the same iridescent energy as Zix's skin. The Andromedan's thoughts were tinged with wonder and concern. "We've transcended, Samantha. We're no longer merely human, alien, and Earth creature. We've become something more." The mountain lion, now fully visible, sat regularly beside them, its eyes holding the wisdom of eons. Through their shared consciousness, Samantha understood its unspoken message: with great power comes great responsibility. As the first rays of the sun peeked over the horizon, painting the sky in hues of lavender and gold, Samantha realized that their journey was just beginning. They had the knowledge to save Earth from the solar flares, but they also held the key to unlocking the secrets of the universe itself. "We need to go public," Samantha decided, her voice steady with newfound purpose. "The world needs to know what's at stake and what's possible." Zix nodded in agreement. "Your species' potential is limitless, Samantha. It's time to show the cosmos what humanity is truly capable of." As they stood on the precipice of a new era, the trio, now bonded in ways that defied scientific explanation, prepared to face their greatest challenge yet, convincing a skeptical world that the future of the universe rested in the unlikely alliance of a human scientist, an alien explorer, and a quantum-enhanced mountain lion. The stage was set for a revelation that would shake the foundations of human understanding and catapult Earth into the galactic spotlight. The question remained: was humanity ready for the viral revelation and the memosphere? The sun had barely risen over New York City when Dr. Samantha Chen, now shimmering with otherworldly energy, stepped up to the podium outside the Hayden Planetarium. Flanked by Zix and the quantum-enhanced mountain lion, she faced a sea of skeptical reporters and curious onlookers. "People of Earth," Samantha began, her voice steady despite the butterflies in her stomach, "what I'm about to tell you will change everything you thought you knew about our universe." As she spoke, detailing the events of the past 24 hours, something extraordinary began to happen. The quantum entanglement that linked the trio started to spread, creating a field of heightened awareness that enveloped the crowd. People gasped as their minds expanded, briefly touching the cosmic consciousness that Samantha, Zix, and the mountain lion now shared. Halfway through her speech, a teenager in the crowd, overcome by the surge of universal understanding, shouted, "Holy quantum catnip! It's all connected." The phrase, absurd yet oddly profound, instantly went viral. #Holy quantum catnip began trending worldwide within minutes, accompanied by memes of Schrodinger's cat wearing sunglasses and riding a surfboard through a wormhole. As Samantha continued her explanation of the impending solar flare crisis and the need for global cooperation, the internet exploded with activity. Memes, theories, and TikTok challenges spread faster than light. The Quantum Leap Challenge had people attempting to teleport across their rooms with hilarious fails. Entangle with your pet became a trend, with people staring intensely into their cat's eyes, hoping for a cosmic connection. Conspiracy theorists had a field day, claiming everything from the lizard people are real, but they're actually interdimensional felines, to the moon landing was faked, but on Mars. Amidst the chaos of the memosphere, something remarkable happened. The collective consciousness of humanity, spurred by the quantum revelation and amplified by social media, began to evolve. People started reporting strange abilities. A group of Reddit users claimed they could communicate telepathically through memes. Instagram influencers found they could manipulate their auras to change their filters in real time. Twitter users reported being able to predict trending topics seconds before they exploded, leading to a new form of quantum trading in the stock market. As the world grappled with this new reality, Samantha, Zix, and their feline companion realized they had inadvertently kick-started a quantum revolution. The human race was evolving at an unprecedented rate, driven by a mixture of actual metaphysical changes and the power of collective belief. Governments scrambled to adapt. The United Nations hastily convened an emergency session, only to find that half the delegates had quantum projected themselves into the meeting, appearing as holographic avatars. Tech giants raced to capitalize on the phenomenon. Google unveiled Quantum Search, promising to deliver results before you even knew you wanted them. Apple announced the Entangle, a device that claimed to strengthen your quantum connection to the universe and your Apple ecosystem, of course. Amidst the frenzy, Samantha and her unlikely companions worked tirelessly to address the looming solar flare crisis. They discovered that the rapidly evolving human consciousness, combined with Zix's advanced knowledge and the mountain lion's quantum abilities, could create a protective field around Earth. The plan was simple in theory but monumental in execution. They needed to orchestrate a global moment of quantum synchronization. Every human on the planet would need to focus their newfound cosmic awareness simultaneously, creating a unified field that could deflect the solar flares. The challenge? Getting 7 billion people, many still skeptical or confused, to participate in what the media had dubbed the Great Cosmic Combustion. Quantum singularity and the memeverse convergence. The moment of the Great Cosmic Combustion, arrived with a bang, literally, as billions of minds focused simultaneously, channeling their newfound quantum awareness. The fabric of reality itself seemed to hiccup. A shockwave of iridescent energy burst forth from Central Park, rippling across the globe in seconds. Samantha, Zixex, and the quantum-enhanced mountain lion stood at the epicenter, their forms blurring as the boundaries between physical and digital, real and imagined, began to dissolve. "Holy motherboard of memes," Samantha gasped, her voice echoing across dimensions. "We've created a quantum singularity." But this was no ordinary black hole. As the energy surge reached internet servers worldwide, something unprecedented occurred. The collective consciousness of humanity, amplified by quantum entanglement and fueled by the creative chaos of the internet, began to manifest in the physical world. Memes came to life. Doge dogs trotted through the streets, speaking in Comic Sans. Grumpy Cat's scowl appeared in the clouds, raining no upon delighted onlookers. A giant Rickroll QR code formed in the crops of the Midwest, visible from space and actually functioning when scanned by satellites. The line between reality and virtual space blurred beyond recognition. People found they could scroll through physical space, swiping left or right to change their location. Instagram filters became an actual visual overlay on the world, with people able to see each other through chosen aesthetics. As panic began to set in, Zixex's thoughts boomed across the quantum network that now linked all of humanity. "Fear not, Earth beings. This is the next step in cosmic evolution, the birth of the mainverse." The mountain lion, now sporting a deal with it pair of pixelated sunglasses, roared in agreement. Its quantum power reverberated through the noosphere, instantly calming the global populace and imbuing them with a sense of infinite possibility. Samantha, her lab coat now a flowing robe of shifting memes and mathematical equations, realized the true potential of what they created. "Don't you see?" she exclaimed to the world. "We've transcended the limitations of physical reality. The memeverse is a realm where imagination and science are one and the same." As humanity grappled with its new reality, incredible developments unfolded. Schrodinger's education. Schools transformed overnight. Students could now literally step into historical events or complex mathematical concepts, experiencing knowledge firsthand in the memeverse. Quantum healthcare. Doctors could zoom into patients at the molecular level, manipulating quantum probabilities to cure diseases with a thought. Eco-restoration 2.0. Environmental damage began reversing as people used their collective quantum will to purify water, clear air, and regrow forests through elaborate earth-healing social media challenges. Galactic Internet. The quantum network expanded beyond Earth, making instant communication across the cosmos possible. #Alien TikTok became a thing, with extraterrestrial influencers gaining millions of human followers overnight. Meme economics. Traditional currencies were replaced by a complex system of meme exchange. The dankness of one's memes directly correlated to their economic power in this new reality. Quantum art revolution. Artists found they could create entire universes with a thought, ushering in an era of immersive, living artworks that audiences could step into and explore. Meta-meditation. People discovered they could debug their own consciousness, optimizing their thoughts and emotions like lines of code. As the world adapted to the memeverse, a new challenge emerged. The solar flares that had initially threatened Earth now appeared as a colossal, fiery troll face in the sky, laughing menacingly. Samantha realized that the fate of Earth now depended not just on science, but on the collective creativity and humor of humanity. "Listen up, memelords and quantum queers," she broadcasted across the memeverse. "We need the ultimate meme, something so profound yet so ridiculous that it will make those solar flares laugh themselves out of existence." What followed was the greatest brainstorming session in human history. Ideas flowed through the quantum network, each meme building upon the last. Keyboard Cat played a symphony of cosmic proportions. Success Kid found the solution to unified field theory. Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up was recomposed into a mathematically perfect counter-frequency to the solar flares. In a final stroke of absurd genius, they combined every meme ever created into a single reality-warping image, the Mona Lisa winking and doing a Fortnite dance while sitting on a throne made of Nokia 3310s, surrounded by a deep-fried quantum realm where Shrek and Harambe rode atop a SpaceX rocket powered by neon-capped rainbows. As this ultimate meme was broadcast to the cosmos, the solar flare troll face contorted in confusion, then burst into laughter so intense that it dissipated harmlessly into space. Earth was saved, not through force or traditional science, but through the power of collective human creativity and humor. In the aftermath, as humanity settled into its new existence as quantum beings in a meme-powered reality, Samantha, Zix, and their feline companion stood atop the Statue of Liberty, which now randomly transformed into various pop culture icons. You know, Samantha mused, watching a flock of Twitter birds carry physical tweets across the New York skyline. When I went for that jog in Central Park, I didn't expect to end up rewriting the laws of the universe. Zix's skin sparkled with amusement. In my travels across the galaxies, I've learned one truth: never underestimate the power of a single human's curiosity, or their ability to turn anything into a meme. The quantum mountain lion, now able to speak through a series of elaborately constructed lolcat image macros, added, "I can has infinite cosmic wisdom." As the trio laughed, their joy resonating through the quantum network and bringing smiles to faces across the globe, they knew that this was just the beginning. Humanity had not only survived its greatest threat, but had evolved into something greater than anyone could have imagined. The universe watched in wonder and slight confusion as Earth, once a small blue marble in the cosmic ocean, became a beacon of quantum meme magic, radiating creativity and cat videos across the galaxies. And so the cosmic adventure continued, with humanity leading the charge into a future where science, humor, and imagination danced together in quantum harmony. The only question that remained was, what meme would they make reality next?